What's up, guys? There is a whole new Lego Fortnite update already coming to us only a couple weeks after the 30.10 Expert and Cozy Mode update. There's a lot to talk about for this version 30.20 downtime update. So let's jump in and see what there is to expect. The Fortnite Lego account on X announced the update notes earlier and linked out to their Reddit post, which goes through everything to expect when the downtime is finished. Downtime is currently underway and will likely be finished by the time this video is live, so you should be able to jump in and check out everything we talk about in the video right away. First thing that is mentioned is a general idea of what the update will be based on: progression and pacing. Lego Fortnite has really had a big focus lately on ironing out the progression and how smooth it feels to advance through your gameplay. They have released many adjustments in the last couple of months, continuing to try to improve all of this. And this is another update that seems to further enhance this mentality. One of the biggest things about this update, in my opinion, is the change to the crafting bench. There will no longer be upgrades needed for those crafting benches. Instead, you will unlock the recipes as you discover new resources as you're progressing through your gameplay. No longer will you need to collect all of the resources to upgrade every single crafting bench you place down, which in my opinion is a really big W. One of the biggest headaches was collecting a ton of resources to level up a new bench anytime you wanted to create a new village. And since this was the only item in the game that used this method, kind of makes sense why they would just adapt it over to the way everything else is. Also, with the new crafting bench update, there will be more items that automatically unlock when you place a crafting bench in your world. These items are the forest axe, pickaxe, shovel, fishing rod, hunting dagger, health charm, and the torch. All in all, I think this is a really great update for the crafting bench, as it only helps people know what they need in order to craft items for the bench, and avoids the headache of the upgrade system for every new bench. One concern people are having about it, though, is that some builders have used different styles of benches to decorate in their villages, which there's also more good news on that. All of the benches that already have been placed will stay looking the way that they currently are, and they will also continue to return all the materials that were used to craft them. Only new benches will not have the visual upgrades, but Lego Fortnite's already working on a future update to bring the visual upgrades back into the game. Next, as we talked about earlier, this update is very heavy on progression and pacing. The next part of the notes involves many new unlock trigger changes. These changes are: players will now start with the crafting bench, the small shack, the foundations, village square, bed, and campfire available to them. Picking up meat, corn, eggs, or the torch reveals the grill. Picking up wood reveals the sawmill. Picking up wheat or corn reveals the seed grinder, and so on. They say that now, when you pick up a resource, you immediately have something you can do with it. As a part of this change, a few item recipes have been adjusted. A torch is now required to craft a campfire, which that's kind of a surprising update. It makes sense why you would need a torch for it, and it seems like I'm always running around with at least like 20 of them anyway. So I guess this just adds a step to the early gameplay. It gives you more of a reason to craft torches earlier. A torch is also now required to craft a grill, which, same as a campfire, also makes sense, since you need fire to cook with. These two updates overall, I feel pretty neutral to. I'm not super excited, nor am I upset about either one of them. And now the metal crate no longer costs copper and has tougher HP. And I'll be completely honest, I don't even know what the metal crate is offhand, so I can't really give an opinion on this one. They're also making changes to the survival and cozy worlds by adding Bright Bomber's base. This is a new spot where you help Bright Bomber start a village of her own. It also looks like there is a whole quest page for this edition with XP rewards attached to it. Just keep in mind, this will only spawn in new worlds, as it is a focus to help out new players coming into the game. But they also stated that more NPC villages are something they're working on for the future. Honestly, love this. One thing I've had in mind ever since they released the Star Wars update is I really hoped they would continue exploring the quests features and giving us more objective-based things to do. And it looks like they're cooking up some great things with that. There's also a new glider coming as well. This will be a lower rarity glider and will deplete stamina quicker, but it can be crafted with more easily available resources, only thread and rods. I remember when starting Worlds, how long it took me to be able to have a glider, so I think this is a great change that'll help with the early game progression. And finally, we have the bug fixes. They fixed not being able to stack Galactic Lodge roof hip pieces on top of each other. They fixed not being able to place roof pieces next to the medieval valley. Jump attacks will now produce a critical hit, double damage, which I always thought should be a thing in the back of my head, but I never really gave it much thought. Crossbows will now also reload after firing, and then I think this is huge. The amount of times I've tried to fire an arrow and realized I forgot to click the reload button is more times than I can keep track of, for sure. They also fixed a bug where elegant counters were never granted in survival mode. They fixed multiple crashes. They also fixed an issue where makeup was displayed incorrectly during some emotes. And finally, they fixed a bug where villagers made way too much sound at the village square. And oh my goodness, this has been one of my biggest issues working around the villages, was the amount of repetitive noises these NPCs make. And I'm so glad they're fixing this, and it will make working around villages so much more peaceful. They also added back the Getting Started quests, which will be visible again in the HUD. And if you're already familiar with them, you can simply press the quest button and it'll disable the HUD text. Overall, I think this is a really great update, and honestly, it's a lot more than I expected to see so shortly after such a big update last time. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Are you generally happy with this update? And what is your favorite or least favorite thing about it? If you want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. I plan on continuing to do more update videos just like this one, along with other Lego Fortnite based videos right here on my YouTube channel. Until next time, stay awesome and happy building. Peace.